Hey guys, just wanted to talk today about how journaling has helped support my weight loss journey thus far. I never want to preach to anyone or say that I feel like they need to do something. Journaling is just something that's been really helpful to me, and I've had several questions, asking if I do, and if I do, what do I do, and all that stuff. So I thought I would just get on here and show everybody what I do, in case anybody needs some tips or pointers, and a little bit on why I do what I do. So first of all, this is what I actually use. It's literally from Walmart, guys, Target, whatever. It's a big old bad boy. It's like a 5 subject, and as you can see, it is written in. I don't waste a lot of space there. The reason I like this particular kind is, one, it's got nice heavy paper and it lasts me a good long time. So like my last notebook of this size lasted me like 5 months. So that's really nice because I can look back over 5 months time and see everything I need to see, all my records and stuff. So what I use journaling for is I do a lot of self-reflection. So I'm literally writing like a brain dump sort of thing, what's going on through my head, what's going on maybe through the days, things that are bothering me a lot of times. I'll go in there. I use it for that. I also use it to track my weight. I weigh every single day if I have access to a scale. And the reason I do that is because I read a book quite some time ago on cognitive therapy. I think it was called Cognitive Therapy, and she recommended weighing every day to desensitize yourself to the scale. So basically, you see it every day. It's not that big of a deal. You know how your body reacts and changes. And so I've been weighing myself every day since then, and that is quite true for me. It's not an obsession issue for me. It's just kind of like the facts. So I make note of the facts. I love to track and plan and all that stuff. So I use it for that, and I also use it to plan or record what I eat in a day, which makes it easy for me to be able to go back and see, like, if I'm not having the progress that I want to see, I can easily see like what I've been eating, how things are going there. And then two, if I've had good success, I can look back and be like, ooh, I can kind of pinpoint what I've been doing to get success that I want or not. And so it's helpful in tracking and in planning and that stuff. Now, in the beginning, I did use it. I used my journal to meal plan. So I would write ahead of time what I was going to eat. I'm almost a year and a half in, and it's been a few months since I stopped that. I kind of know what I'm going to eat every day, and I just eat out of my selections and so on and so forth. So I don't need to plan my meal ahead of time. I just record what I did eat, if that makes sense. So, basically, every day I wake up, every day when I start writing, I'll write the day and the date. So like this day, for example, is July 2nd, 2021, and then I hear Friday, and then I write my weight. So my weigh-in in the margin. And then at the very top of the page, I write out 5 things I'm grateful for. And it can be small things, it can be big things. It can be my husband got a raise, or it could be the birds are singing outside my window. It doesn't matter. It's just 5 things that I can find to be grateful for. And I feel like this kind of conditions our mind, because there's days that I wake up and I'm just in a horrid mood, just a horrible mood. And in the beginning especially, it was really hard for me to find those 5 things. And now, like, even if I'm in a really bad mood, I can pretty easily find 5 things that I'm grateful for. And I try not to repeat too much. Like, obviously, I do repeat some days. Like, I can say I'm thankful for my washer and dryer. I'm sure I've said that before. And I can be thankful for it another day too. But I try not to, I try to make sure that I hit different areas on a regular basis. And then below those 5 gratitudes, I write one thing I like about myself. So the query is like about me, what I like about me, question mark. And in the beginning, and especially when I was in my binging days, this was so hard because I did start this when I was still binging. It was so hard for me to find even one single thing I liked about myself. Because I just had so much self-hatred. I didn't like who I was. I very much did not like who I was. And, there's some days that I would just put, one thing that I like about myself, and I would just think, nothing. Not a freaking thing. And the only thing some days that I could come up with was that I don't quit. I keep going, even though I suck. I keep trying. And that's, it is what it is. But, after doing this for some time, it's like just here recently, I looked at my query, what do I like about myself? And I thought, there's a whole lot of things I like about myself these days. And, none of them have to do with my weight. That's the funny thing, guys. None of them have to do with my weight. Like, it's the person that you become. I'm just starting to really like myself a lot more. Not because of weight loss, but because of who I've had to become to accomplish that weight loss. So that's a little bit of, progress right there. That's a non-scale victory for me. And then after I write my 5 gratitudes and I write something I like about myself. And then after that, I call a brain dump. I'm just getting it all out, whatever I'm feeling. And some days I have just a short time to write. And sometimes I'll write for a long time. It just depends on the day. But if there's a day that I am not able to do the brain dump, I can definitely tell. I feel very different. I feel out of sorts because I'm not sure where my head is. And the thing is that in my real life, like with my family and friends, I'm a listener. It's not easy for me to open up to other people about how I feel or what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking. And that's okay. It's completely okay because I have a lot going on in here. Nobody really has time to listen to every thought that goes through Jenny's head. So that's perfectly fine. It's just, being able to do the brain dump has helped me immensely, in learning to know myself. And that's why I really recommend it. If you're just starting or if you're in a bad spot, it doesn't matter. Even if you're in a good spot, journaling can really help you to get to know yourself. And I have this quote here. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. And that was credited to Laozi. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right. But I think he was perhaps a Chinese philosopher. But it's so true. Like, knowing yourself, that's where you can start to make some real progress. I think in anything that you want to do, you need to know yourself. So it's a life skill. And if you're like me, who turned to food my whole life instead of actually dealing with life, I had a lot of learning to do. I still have a lot of learning to do to figure out who I was, who I am, because I had spent so long eating over feelings. So I definitely encourage the mind dump. And then what I forgot to mention is I do that for the day I'm on, and then I flip my page back and I'll write in my meals for the day before. And my meals are very, very specific. If I was doing BLTs, bites, licks, and tastes, trying to do stuff like that, I wouldn't be able to do this as far as writing everything I ate. But since I do follow a very specific food plan with very clear boundaries, it's very simple for me to remember what I ate the day before because I weighed and measured it. It fit within my food plan. So that's pretty simple. If you are doing, a less specific food plan, you may need to write out at the end of the night or before your day begins, what you're going to eat or what you have already eaten that day. But for me, it's not hard because I know it's like I said, my food plan is very specific and it doesn't change. My exchanges don't change. So I'll have the same amount of protein for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The same amount of salad for dinner, weighed out, that sort of thing. So it doesn't change much in that aspect. It changes, like I can have between, chicken or pork, just hypothetically. Yeah, so that part's easy. But the reason that some of these things I think are super helpful, have been super helpful in my journey, for one, the gratitudes really help to keep your head in a better spot. So there's that. And then the query what I like about myself has really helped to foster some self-love and self-caring for me. And I know, ladies, come on, this is important. A lot of us struggle with this. I know I'm not alone in that. And then the brain dump, for me, is priceless. I mean, if you're not a writer or if you're not someone like that, it may be annoyance or a nuisance for you. And in that case, don't have to do it. I'm always going to say, like, this is what helped me. Take what you like and leave the rest. So if something in this helps you, utilize it. If something doesn't or seems foolish or unhelpful to you, then don't use it. It's just, like I said, ideas. I'm just sharing my experience. And I'll try to find that cognitive therapy book. I'll try to not link it. I can't link it, but I'll try to tag that in my stories if anybody's interested in checking that book out, because it did help me a lot. And I mean, that's all I can think of. But yeah, if you're not following me, feel free to follow, and together we can do more. Hope this was helpful. If anybody has any questions, feel free to DM me or just drop a question down below. If you have a question, there's probably other people that do too. So, together we can do more. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.